Hey guys, the Rebel of Westmarch here, and I wanted to make sort of a last wrap-up video for the Defiance, just to kind of go over some of the questions I've already had on my Instructable page here. And so I'm going to just kind of log into my account on Instructables, and just kind of go over some of the stuff that you guys talked about. I hope this video is going to be relatively short, as I don't really want to take an hour and a half like it did last night to get my video loaded onto YouTube. So my account is pulling up right now, and so the first thing I want to talk about was the mechanism. Now, I'm not sure how to say his name, as lots of the names on Instructables are like really confusing. But I think you would pronounce it Akashat. Don't quote me on that. But he asked for a couple questions. In fact, he was the one who really wanted me to post this gun, so I thought I'd just sort of oblige him and give him a quick video. He asked for just some like update pics, and so I just decided I'd take a moment to talk a little bit more about the Defiance, and then go over some of the questions he's had. So the first question was he couldn't get his gun to load. Now let me eject the magazine here, as my siblings call it. The correct word obviously is magazine, but I've always had younger siblings around to mess words up. So the first thing that he had a problem was right here. Now all he had was a gray connector and then a tan clip. So essentially he moved this back one connector. Don't do that. Undo that, in fact, if you did do that, because this needs to be here so that the round kind of is really tight coming up into this chamber mechanism here. It needs to be tight coming up so that when it's up against the top of the gun, it stays there and won't fall out if you're running around or something like that. The other thing he did was he had a orange connector in there. He had chopped off the two connector areas. Again, don't do that. In fact, just go out to your yard, go out to your front yard, and if you have a concrete driveway, just rub it on the concrete driveway till you've chipped about 1 centimeter or 2 off. Just rub it off. Don't do too much, because then you'll kind of ruin the piece. I only got a little bit off, and it allows for the bolt actually to fit perfectly between the top of the magazine and the magazine side. So that's the first thing. I'll just give you guys a better view. That's the bolt you can see right there, and the firing pin is above that. Some other internal pics you can kind of see down here. So I think that's the main problem he had. Again, you're going to need, there's the stock, you're going to need these to keep the magazine tight, these spacers. And then, what else? I'm trying to think of any other problems you guys could possibly have. The handle, I like the way Akashat did it. Again, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. Probably sounds really stupid of me saying it wrong. I do that often, I guess. But so I'm trying to think anything else. The broken pieces, yes, this gun does require some. You can see this is necessary. This broken piece right here, these are necessary. These tips of a broken rod, I'm not entirely sure if they're necessary. If you have them, that's great. You don't need this broken rod here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I said that in the Instructable. You don't need this broken rod. Just replace it with a white rod when you build. I didn't put a white rod there when I was building it, and I was too lazy to take the whole gun apart to just add that white rod. What other things do you guys possibly have problems with? I think that covers it. Now I wanted to talk about one other thing, because I know I got a comment from one person in particular who didn't like the gun. I believe he's Zach, and he's never liked any of my bolt-action guns, so I'll just choose to ignore him at this time. But some of the other advantages, other than the advantages that I've named, is jamming. Now, I know a lot of you who have your own bolt-action guns and have created your own prototypes, your own versions, wouldn't like me saying this, but a lot of bolt-action guns jam, and here's why. When you pull back the bolt, sometimes, especially in a war setting, you won't get it all the way back, and so then you'll let go, and that means that you will have chambered around, but the firing pin's forward. The Z-Car, you would have to take apart this whole flipping area just to get to the one jammed round. I know the S1, the S2, any bolt-action gun I've ever built did that, and no, it wasn't a result of my crappy building, as somebody suggested a while back. I'm pretty sure I have enough experience now to be able to prevent that problem. But the Z-Car, leaving it as it is, as the Instructable on Connects Innovation said to do it, it would be a pain to get that out. So that's part of the reason why I do this sort of, I guess I would call it a wolf's mouth, but it's just a V shape, because then when you, here, let me just do the example. I have some rounds here. Let me just insert the magazine. Give me a second, you guys. This video is actually kind of turning out longer than I wanted it to, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm a patient person, I guess. Alright, so I've got the magazine in the gun. Alright, now watch this. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the magazine cavity or the magazine breech. Lock, load the rubber band. Come on. Sorry. I'm kind of not doing this in the optimal position. There you go. So now watch. I'm going to pull. Oh, I already have the firing pin back. So let me. Oh my goodness, I'm a goof. Give me just a second here. Hold on. Just a second. Alright. My bad. So I'm going to pull up the band again. Now, sometimes, like I said in the war setting, you'll pull this back but won't get it all the way, and so you'll end up chambering around. So now I have a round chambered, but the firing pin's forward. And if I were to have more bands in the more rounds in the magazine, and if I were to try and recock the firing pin, it would want to push another round up into the chamber. But remember, the other one's already in there. So like I said, you'd have to take the whole gun apart just to fix that. Well, with this gun, all I have to do is reach inside there and pull it out. As simple as that. Any jams, which this is the only jam conceivable for a bolt-action gun, for at least for this version, is easily fixed. And so really, other than that, aside from all the other advantages, this is a really just good all-around NEX gun, just for that simple fact that it's really easy to unjam. So I hope that this video was sort of beneficial. Tell you guys some of the pros of the gun. Build it and give me pictures. I'd love that. Comment. I'm always interested in what you guys have to say, what I could improve on. I may not be in the community for as long as I would want. My parents want me to get a job this summer, and I'm pretty sure that'll put a damper on how much NEX building I can do, but I hope to get as much out there before I have to get a job. So thanks for all the support, you guys, and give me pics when you guys are done building the Defiance.